One. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, however you might be tuning in and listening to this. This is meant to motivate, inspire, give tools and techniques and processes to just live an empowered life, not only today, but this week. And so I've got some good, great tools that are simple and practical that I'm using. And some of these I have not mentioned yet on any of these calls. So I'm excited to share that with you. I just want to let you know you are part of the W.F.A.M, which is the Worldwide Freedom Awareness Movement, which is about true health and, really being positive, creating a positive mindset in our lives. The actual fact of the matter is, that we create what we think about and what our emotional state of being on that subject matter is, whether we like it or not, and that's good or bad. So the only real question is, on every subject matter that I think about, on everything that matters to me, I am either getting closer to what I want, or I'm going the opposite direction and creating something that I don't want. And so that's why really being aware and watching my thoughts and being deliberate is so important. And I just really want to make a difference with you and the world and your life. So that's why we're here. And we're going to go ahead and hit escape. I'm going to just talk really quickly. We will not have a web class until March 9th. We're making some changes. We're doing some branding, logoing. We've got you'll get invitations to our private Facebook group. And this training, along with our weekly web classes, will be streamed not only through Zoom. You can watch it traditionally through the links that I send, but also they'll be recorded and they'll be placed and they'll be live in the Facebook group, and they'll be live on YouTube. So there'll be live streams going on multiple planes for multiple, audiences, and we'll be running promotions for all those. So I think the thing I want to start talking about today, because it's Monday, is what are we really doing for our personal economy? I was thinking about that today. It's so interesting in our industry, whether you're a small business owner. I think with a small business owner, there's a little bit more pressure because you have like rent and you have maybe some other, things that are going to motivate you, right? The business has to be open. But I think the question that everybody wants to ask themselves today is that why do I treat my personal economy with such a passive, like, not causing the matter approach? Why am I so, okay, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to myself. Why am I so lame in my approach and my passion for really creating a profitable personal economy for myself, right? Like, what is that? Why would that be my approach? That I'm like, I don't really want to, talk to these people or follow up with these people or bless these people with my knowledge or my water or my spirit. I'm just going to take a passive approach to my life again today, again this week, and not be, causing the matter. It's you guys, because I was kind of doing that for many, many years, because I work in a very forgiving industry. And, because I worked really hard in the beginning of my business, and, they say when opportunity and timing occur, that creates something that people call luck. So I definitely experienced some luck, but I also, was very committed. And then now that I'm on this other side of, being able to do a lot of the things that most people would want to do, I'm just looking at it, now how do I just become better? How do I become better today? And so the number one thing that occurred to me was I really needed to change and really get my relationship with money aligned, that I had kind of lost, which it was about the second time in my life that it happened. that I lost my relationship with money, meaning like I started to take this passive approach to finances. Well, I have enough, I'm getting by, no problem, I don't really have to work very hard. But what happened was, and everybody has experienced this in the last 2.5 years, is we had the rate of inflation, we had the things that went on politically, we had the thing that the pandemic, all that stuff that went on. And then all of a sudden we looked at the cost of living and the way that everything got inflated, and the declining dollar, and then right, everything that happened, right, that all of a sudden it's like our dollar is literally worth, I mean, it feels like half, right? Doesn't it feel like it's worth 55 or 60 cents what it was just maybe 5 years ago? It's crazy. So if that's the case, then you're in the right place, because we do have a high ticket, high commission offer that literally will improve the quality of anyone's life if they're willing to use it correctly and be consistent. And so I'm just going to encourage everybody over the next several weeks to make some calls, reach out to people, help some of you. Most people on the call have an existing customer base. Help some existing customers reconnect, and then invite them to our web class. So our new web class, and there's a recording on this on Carlos W. Gonzales on my personal YouTube channel. It's really my branded YouTube channel. It's just not Delicate Living. There's 2 channels, but you'll see we went right into the health. Like we touched a little bit on what we were going to do, and then we went right into the health. And so people can get the health in the first 20 minutes, and then we touch a little bit on the referral program, the compensation plan, and then we go into the affiliate online option and offer. So it just allows people that want to see health can spend the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes on that, and then move on. But we've added some additional health benefits too in there without running the risk of not being compliant. And then and that's going to be Tuesday the 12th, 7 p.m. and then Thursday, that's my time, sorry, 6, I got to give Pacific times. That's going to be March 12th, 6 p.m. Pacific, and then Thursday, whatever that date is that week, I guess it'd be 2 days later, so it would be the 14th, at 10 a.m. Pacific. And those have been great. I'm going to be traveling for the next 8 days. We will be here next Monday at 10 a.m. for accountability and coaching. It'll just be a little shorter. I'll be on the road, but so what I really recommend is anything, and this is going to be your first exercise to kind of drop down, anything that you have a worry, a fear, a concern that you cannot do something about today. This is called the placemat exercise. So if you had a placemat, remember when we used to have placemats? Imagine you're at Denny's and you could turn the placemat over and it's white. Flip the placemat over, and you can do it on a piece of paper. It is like a little piece of paper. Draw a line. Draw a line down the middle. And on the right side, put everything the universe is going to do on behalf of me today. And on that list, write down any worry, fear, concern, something you can't control of today. And then on the left side, everything I'm going to do today. And those are specific things you can do that are functional today, like make some inspired connections, make some inspired sales calls, make a difference, bless someone today with your knowledge, with the water, with your spirit, with a health technique. So there's usually 5 or 6 things on my left side, and then there's usually about 15 things on my right side, right? Because the right side is everything. And I really write this, I say everything today and this week, because a lot of times I don't want to rewrite, everything that I want help with this week, because I don't need a lot of these things done or accomplished today, because I'm out in front of a lot of stuff, but I would like them accomplished this week. And so it kind of releases some resistance or the pressure. But definitely, I think if you have not reverse engineered your day, everybody has 100, you can't see this because of my blurred screen, but everybody has 168 hours a week, including rest, sleep. So You know, if hopefully I do about 7 hours of sleep a night times 7, that's 49 minus 168 hours. There's 119 hours that everybody has every week. You really want to evaluate how you're spending them. And the best thing you can do is reverse engineer your day. So if you know, let's say you have a part-time or a full-time job right now, maybe that's 4 to 6 hours a day, 4 to 8 hours, hopefully not 8 hours a day. I hope nobody on the call is working 8 hours a day. In a traditional thing. But if you are, that's fine. It can be temporary. But let's say you have something, so you're going to back those hours out, and then you have those other hours, and then you have to be honest with yourself. You know, are you gonna put into your schedule exercise? Are you gonna put in there prayer and meditation? Are you gonna put in there, these are all things that are in mind. Are you gonna put in there time to work on what you're most committed to in your life? So everybody on the call has one area of their life right now that they're most committed to improving. I'll tell you what mine is. Mine is the automation of my business. So I have deadlines. I have so many deadlines over the next, and I'm going to be gone 8 of the next 15 days. I have so many deadlines that we set for ourselves, me and my team and my coach. Like I have a drop dead date of the 14th of, oh no, it's not even the 14th. It's the 8th of March, right? So there's things that need to be accomplished today, tomorrow. And this isn't to like apply pressure. This isn't like to not be free. This is so that we actually are causing the matter in what I said I'm committed to, right? And so my number one area is the automation of my business online and actually having that being a workable thing, right? And Jillian just joined the call. Hi, Jillian. And she's part of that, right? She's my assistant, and she does a lot of things for me all around my life. But primarily, working with Alex, my video guy. And so we're going to have these services available too for you guys if you decide you ever want to, learn that. And that's part of our platform. I'm not going to talk about it today, but I want everybody to set a deadline for what's the, it doesn't have to be an intolerable situation, but what is the area in your life that you're most committed to improving? It could be a relationship. It could be a finance sort of thing. It could be a fitness thing. It could be a spiritual thing. It could be, something that you just haven't done, like, cleaned out your garage. I mean, I hate it that I hope we're not at the point where we're not managing, clean car, clean life, clean clothes, clean shoes, clean kitchen. I hope we're not at that point where we're not managing for the basic things in life. But if that's the thing that you need to work on this week, fine, knock that out. Just don't let that be a thing the following week. And then moving forward beyond the basics, what is that thing? And I told Jillian and Alex on Friday, I said, just so you guys know, if this doesn't work and we don't achieve the goal we have another goal by June, I said, I'm committing suicide. So literally my life is on the line. My life is in your hands, guys. So we got to make this happen. Tell me what you need. But like, honestly, like it has to be that way. That's what my coach says. Like, it has to be that we quit being wandering generalities about the things that we're committed to. We have to like hold ourselves to some standard for ourselves. And then something else that goes along with this is one of the things I don't do, it's a non-negotiable, is I never break my word with myself. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. If I say I'm going to go to the gym, I do it. If I say I'm going to pray, like one of the reasons I was like 2 minutes late on the call today, because I just had to get my affirmations and my breath work in before I hopped in the shower. So it put me a little bit behind, but like, that's my commitment level to myself so that I can be in a place for you guys where I can bring something of what, I received. Right. And none of this is my own doing. Like I don't wake up, and nobody wakes up every day in happy, joyous, free harmony. Like, I mean, sometimes, yes, but on most days we have to create that positive mindset loop. We have to connect with our spirit, whatever you call your higher power. And then we have to be able to take that and take that into our day. We don't have to, we get to take that into our day, and then we get to share it with everybody. And it just seems like everything flows. So the second part of the placemat exercise is another sheet of paper. And this is not, you don't draw a line on this. You just put down everything that I command and expect to happen in my day today.
Yeah.
So these
Okay.
are, this is a little bit more
Okay.
along the lines of everything that I expect. I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody.
What is it?
Everything that you
Thank
expect.
you. Yeah, very.
Yeah.
He only works the Wednesday through Sunday.
Yeah, he had to come to our house.
Oh, dang it.
We had the best.
Really?
Got it. Okay. So everything that I command. So there is some real strong evidence that we're weak in our commands. So we're like, you know, kind of like the context of this call. When you use the word command, okay, there's a frequency and of expectation, and there's a frequency of like, especially when you're having that integrity where you're honoring your word to yourself. But I command and I accept these things to occur in my experience today. So for me, sometimes it's just great interactions. It's a more general thing. Like sometimes it's just like the flow of the day, you know, that I accomplish all the things that that I remember the things that I'm forgetting right now. That, you know, traffic goes smoothly if I have to be in that. That if I'm flying, the trip goes perfectly, that the plane's on time, you know, just really being a deliberate creator on every subject matter that's important to me. If you have a relationship, I really command and accept my husband's or my wife's kind words or loving embrace or whatever it is. And then always put like your eating habits on there, you know, that you're gonna eat clean, all of those things that are important to you. Because I'll tell you, I've been doing this now for about 5 months straight, and the results are ridiculous. You know, the meditation 4 to 6 days, probably twice a day for over 4 to 6 days a week, more like twice a day for over 5 months. And I was a good meditator before. This is more like deliberate. And then all the breath work, all the affirmations. So if you're thinking about breath work, just simply 22 breaths, 25 breaths, in and out, in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can also do it in through your mouth, out through your mouth. You can also do it in through your nose, out through your nose. There's a lot of different techniques. You can do Bach breath. I'm not going to go to box breath. I'm not going too much into it. You can do Wim Hof. There's a lot of different things you can do, but breath work every day. And if you haven't made new dream boards, if you haven't made new visual things that are pleasing to you, get rid of them. And if you have any old letters, old dream stuff, old memories that are in your house, get that stuff out. If you've got old letters from old relationships, if you've got stuff that is from your past that energetically is not something you really want to re-experience in your life, get it out of the house. If you don't want to throw it away, get it in a box, get it in storage, take it to your friend's house, put it in their garage. Do anything to clear your clutter. If you walk in my house, you'll see I have very little clutter. I've got some stuff in my office that I'm going to take care of when I get back from Arizona and Las Vegas. Just filing and, you know, because it's almost tax season. So I literally, when I do my taxes, guys, I do it all. I send it to all my people for my LLCs and my personal stuff. And then I put it in a brand new box and I put it out in the garage. And I get it out of my office and I get it out of my stuff. I don't keep the previous year hanging around. And then daily income goals. Okay. Very few of you have reached out to ask for my help and guidance with your daily income goals. I think Victoria has. I think Marilyn has. I think Val has. What are you scared of? I mean, you don't get what you don't ask for, and you don't get what you don't create. So the thing is I wasn't capable of setting my own daily income goals. So I had my coach set my daily income goals, and it blew my mind. And then now I'm achieving them. So it's really fun. So just let me help you. And it doesn't matter if you're not involved yet. It doesn't matter if you don't have you don't know the different ways, because there's unlimited resources. There's unlimited channels for abundance to come into your experience. It doesn't have to be through this vehicle, which is Enagic, by the way. It could be through any of your other vehicles. And we got people on the call that are in multiple vehicles, in multiple industries, that are doing multiple things on a multiple scales. And it's awesome. So that's kind of what I have. When let's just say you put your daily income goal at 10,000 a month, okay? I'm not saying to do this. I'm just saying if you did hypothetically, roughly 30 days, a month, some days, months, there's 31 days, but that's $333.33 a day. Are you kidding me? You know, a gross income of 10K a month, which would change probably everybody's life on this call, you know, 333 bucks a day. Like, what does it cost? Everything costs that. It costs $333 a day to like put gas in your car, buy groceries, and go out to dinner. I mean, it's just insane, right? And that's why when you really get down to the fact that everybody on the call should be, you know, setting their goals at, you know, over 1,000 a day, because it's achievable in every single vehicle we're in, you know. I mean, do you know that the poverty level in Northern California is 100,000 a year? Do you know that that's headed our way? I mean, do you know, remember when 10 grand a month was a lot of money? But it's not. It's like just enough to keep you trapped. 100 grand a year, right? Just enough not to be free. Just enough to feel comfortable. And they say that that's like the number, like one thing that is the most, you know, limiting for people is when they start to feel comfortable. Comfortable in a relationship, comfortable in a job, comfortable in a career, comfortable in an income, right? And I've been there. I've been there on all those things. So I am committed to not being comfortable today. But what comes from not being comfortable is when I'm off work, I'm so free. When I'm playing, I am so free. When I'm with my friends, I am so free because I'm doing the things every day that I know are going to take me to where I want to be, period. And it's not my plan. That's the other thing. It's not my plan. So, all right. Who wants to offer something? Alice? Sherry?
Hello,
Jillian?
Carlos.
Chris?
Hello, everybody out there. Okay. You know, I've been in a big exercise mode the last few months, and I've had some really great results. I've had like 15 pounds leave me and 10 pounds of muscle gain into me, you know, and
What a win.
you know, but it just goes to show you, you know, whatever muscle you're working, you know, it's gonna, you know, benefit you. And that exercise of sharing this technology with others is such a powerful way of building your business. You know, you don't want to be on an island by yourself. If you don't have people under you selling machines and you helping them sell machines, you're not going to get to where you want to go. So I just want to, you know, put that out there for people that make sure that, you know, you're constantly not only finding new people to work with and have them join you, but helping the ones that, you know, have already, you know, jumped in and help them, you know, exercise that muscle and get confident talking about, you know, their testimony and doing the interview and do the identification and the introduction to you so you can, you know, bring this thing, you know, all the way through. And when you have some success at it, you know what it feels like. And when you know what it feels like, you want more.
So you're talking about the muscle that you're exercising, which is getting people exposed to things like this, like our weekly calls, like the water, like the technology, like to Enagic, like to any of the videos that are out there. And that the more you do that exercise, the more that muscle and that habit becomes really easy because you get good at it. You can't do anything for a year, including working out, and not get good at it. You know what I mean? Like you can't not invite people to your offer or your online whatever and not get good and be good at it in a year. So we're exercising those muscles. Jen, do you have anything? Chris Boland, Sherry, tell me, Sherry. Sherry's my gold expert, everybody. She's my Goldbacks Meta One expert too.
You know what? I love that you're doing this because I wake up every morning and I have no focus and no direction and no plan and just kind of like, you know, move through the week very randomly. And it's inspiring that you're helping create a way to jumpstart the week and create focus. And my question is, I've got all these different fires going.
You're a
They're all
go-getter.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a go-getter for sure.
but I don't feel like I'm moving forward. I'm more like spinning, active a little here and there, but really not looking
It's
ahead.
hard to climb 5 ladders at a time, trust me. I know what that feels like. So what I would suggest doing, if you have 5 days a week, that every day you pick a day, you're going to work on that particular, you're going to do the focused, whatever's on the left side of the list, you're going to do those 5 things. Let's say if it's for your gold backs, sovereign currency. If the next day it's your Meta One, if the next day it's your Transact card, if it's next day, and then every day you put in your personal self-care. So every day you have an hour for your health, an hour. And I know that you're devoted, and I know you do your scriptures, and I know you do all that stuff every morning. So you got that good. But add in the money affirmations and add in, like, everybody, there's so many books on there about how to create wealth. Get into a wealth book, get into something that's going to be in addition to your spiritual work, because the energies are very different. The frequency of spiritual work and like meditation, and then the energy of abundant finances, there are different, and you want to be in both of those, but you don't want to be just stuck in one. We need it all. So yeah, Sherry, my thing is I would put pick one day for each thing, and that's going to be your focus, so that you don't feel like you're going. And that's what I do.
I like that.
And I do it for like one day for content creation, one day for new education, one day for implementing new education, one day for like just all my nuts, like all my loose ends, and then one day for sales calls. And then I'm getting it done every week, what I'm trying to get done. And there's some other things thrown in there, but
That's brilliant.
And if I don't get to it that week, I'm not hard on myself. I'm never hard on myself. I just make sure I schedule it for the following week.
I love that. I've got notes on that. Yes, that brings order.
Yeah.
Would you be able to recommend a book for
I
starting?
will for you. I will totally.
Okay.
I'll send you some things. I'll recommend you some stuff. I was thinking about the shower today, but I really didn't want to make recommendations, but we'll do that privately.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, cool. You bet.
Hey, Sherry, Chris Boland here.
Hey, buddy.
Another thing to look at, there's a concept called time blocking, and you can just Google it and find a bunch of information about it. But that's where you look at your calendar and say, all right, but the morning from 9 till noon, I'm going to do prospecting calls. Then I'm going to have a lunch, a pattern break, and then you can do something in the afternoon. But you just commit to it. And like the last couple of weeks, I've committed to I call it Coffee with Cardos. And I make my coffee and I sit and I listen to Blanche, and I listen 15, 20 minutes. And then I roll on and I've got it both taken care of. And I drink coffee anyway. So you just find little things that work, and you can make adjustments along the way. So
awesome. I like it. Thank you. Very helpful.
Victoria, you want to say something? I can just tell. I can feel you coming through my screen.
Let me unmute myself here.
Did you color your hair, or is it just wet?
Oh, it's kind of wet right now.
Okay.
Sherry, thank you for sharing that, because I feel that so much. Everything that you expressed, and I'm going to go ahead and make a recommendation. I've been listening to You're a Badass at Making Money, and she has a couple different books. That would be my recommendation. Carlos, nice. I did ask you, have you already stepped into running ads?
Oh, I've been running ads, yeah, for sure. But I'm not running ads right now because we're getting ready to do like a launch, which between Jillian and Alex and me, yeah. So I can, whatever you need, I can help you with for sure.
Great, yeah, because I'm to that point now on Online Empires, where I'm going to start.
Oh yeah, you're doing your seasoning stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, starting to.
Yeah, just reach out to me. Like, honestly, today's crazy, but tomorrow I'm going to be on the road. Just call me tomorrow anytime during the day, and if I miss your call, I'll call you right back.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
Cool. You bet.
Hey, Carlos. Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can, Marilyn. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. Hey, thank you for the call again. And I have a event, a speaking event I mentioned to you this coming Thursday. And I'm going to be sponsoring the water at the event, but I wanted to ask you, in terms of doing demonstration, if anyone needs a demonstration, should I just have a predated date where I'm gonna do it online, or should I have it where if they want one, to check it off and I'll get back to
You
them?
should have a
Because it's gonna be,
predated one that you're going to do online. You should have an offer that's going to be a Zoom overview that's going to be really easy, and then get all their contact information, and then have it be recorded. And then for anybody that doesn't attend, send them the recording. And then 3 days later, after you send them the recording, you can call them and ask them if they had a chance to review it. That's going to be a better way for you to track and not lose your leads. Have it
predated.
be a
Okay.
very specific web class specific for those people, that event, and tell them when it starts, how long it's going to last, what it's going to generally be about, and that it'll be done on time.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. And then the last question is, I had a demonstration with a gentleman on Friday. It went well. He just took up quite a bit of my time because he had a near-death experience a day before. But I left him. He drank about 2 gallons of water. He felt good, and he left out with no commitment. I'm going to give him a call back today to kind of follow up on, what his intentions are. But when I left him, he just felt like I didn't feel the need that he had a desire to make purchase.
That's okay.
How would-
You're going to get that. A lot of Maryland, what you're still getting, and you're going to continue running this, is you're getting people that don't have any money. They want what you have. They love it, but they can't get excited about something that's like, it's like being in love with someone and then you don't have access to them. It's pretty hard to get excited about it. So it's just, they fall in love with what we have, but they don't have the means. So that's why you've just got to continue to re-qualify, pre-qualify, and get this in front of people with more means.
Okay.
Nobody's going to
Thank
tell you they don't have the means, but you need to be looking for clues and asking the right questions.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. It's not, I promise it's not you, and I promise it's not your presentation, and I promise it's not the water, and I promise it's not the machine, because that's all goodness, right? It's the qualification process, and you can either do 2 things. You can get your exposures through the roof, or you can do a better job qualifying your exposure so the exposures that you have are actually closable. Remember, if they don't have credit, they don't have a job, they don't have money, you can't really sell them anything. You can sign them up for the business, and hopefully they're going to want to change their life, and you can help them with all those things. Then you can help them with your credit, you can help them with their finances, you can help them. But ultimately, for most people, they're not really recruiting for the business on a front end offer, like maybe I am more now these days. But I always retail the product because the product's so good, and it's easy for me to retail, and I'm a good salesperson, and the product is got high value, and we have high customer satisfaction, and it does what it's supposed to do, and we don't have warranty issues, and we don't have complaints. So it feels good to retail the product, but I also need to be having conversations with people that need to improve their finances, because right now we've got 87, let's just be vague or safe, we have 73% of the population that doesn't have enough money right now to do the things they want to do. So that's a much larger market than the 27% that might want our health product, or might have the money for it, or might be interested in health, or might be dying of a degenerative disease, right? Because we can help those people. Although I don't recommend we try to save sick people, because they did not get sick by accident. Even though we can, and I will, and I do, just not very often, right? Because I'm a match today for people that want all that we're talking about here today. And people that are contribution to my life. I know that that's not the right language, but in spiritual context, the word contribution is what I am. That's like who I am to you, all of you. And I want you to all be contribution to me. Or it's not a mutually beneficial energy exchange relationship. And so that's where I am with every relationship in my life. Period. Boom. Non-negotiable. Love you. Like I told someone recently, I'm not a simp, and I'm a motherfucker. You know what I mean? When it comes to that stuff, and I love you, but I don't have time for the energy suckers in my life, or the drain, or the negativity, or the non-reciprocation of communication, or just, right, the lackluster stuff. I mean, there's plenty of people doing that. Go for it. Have it. All right. Well, that's what I have. Gonna kick some butt today, everybody, or what? All right. This will be recorded. And I love you all. And we'll see you next Monday. I'm going to go win some races, some toy RC car races in Arizona, and win some money at Vegas, and win some money at roulette, and win some money on the slots. I only play roulette and slots when I'm in Vegas, but I'm going to win both times I'm there. We stop on the way and then on the way home. So anyway.
Yeah, I want to see your race, Carlos. So let me know the
I'll send
days you're
you.
coming.
I'll send you some
Okay.
stuff, Marilyn. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Take care, everybody. God bless.
Awesome. Thank you, Carlos.
You bet, guys.
See you.